90% of millionaires became millionaires through real estate.
What it is, you guys are even talking about it. We don't get it. So
It's the lowest risk way to get into cash flowing assets.
No, man, that's not how real estate works. You don't give somebody to do all the work for you. You do it yourself.
If you do it conservatively, don't rush, you can take a lot of the risk out of this compared to a lot of other investments.
Here, I'm going to go turn my wife's key real quick.
To be honest and selfish here,
you're kicking it with the Homeboys on the Homeboys podcast. Everybody, you're kicking it with the Homeboys on the Homeboys podcast. My name is Clint Wetherill. We are excited to be talking turnkey real estate with you today. As always, I'm here with my buddy, Mr. Scott Adams. What up?
Living that dream. This is an exciting topic. We've been talking a lot about turnkey real estate lately, and really, at its core, it's what we built our entire companies around the concept of.
Well, we've been doing turnkey real estate for a very long time, so we could turn this into a weekend-long podcast if we wanted to, because we've literally lived, ate, breathed, slept turnkey real estate for a very long time. But it's something that we're very passionate about. It's something that we've both been involved in. You kind of spearhead that for us, and I'm excited to talk about this. I think that it's important that people know about turnkey real estate and why turnkey real estate, because a lot of people just jump in because people think that real estate's easy. It's a way to get into a wealthy lifestyle, and it's very hard.
Let me pause you there.
It's very challenging. People need to know. 90%
of millionaires became millionaires through real estate. And I say this all of the time because it's a very important stat. It's actually a quote that Carnegie originally, and it's been proven out as true. 90% of millionaires became millionaires through real estate. They didn't become millionaires through the stock market or other investing and then go out and buy real estate. No, real estate made them millionaires. It's an interesting stat. So I understand why the idea of being a real estate investor is popular.
Oh, it is. My biggest concern is the latest craze that you and I talk about all the time, social media, wherever it may be. People just take for granted how difficult it can be.
Right.
All of the pitfalls that could happen, all of the setbacks, losing money on projects. I mean, you only hear about the good things. So I think that it's important to talk about turnkey real estate because it gets you from A to Z. All of the parts of the equation where a person could really get burnt, it's taken out for you. So anyhow, let's just kind of get into it.
Yeah. So what are the parts of that equation? What do those?
So
include?
What is turnkey real estate? What turnkey real estate essentially is getting an investment property at the last step, at point Z. If you're going from A to Z, you're coming in at Z. So what are the steps from A to Z? You're talking about finding the right area to invest in, whether that's a particular market or that's a section within a market. You are taking out the acquisition of the property. You're taking out the rehab of the property. The property then is going to be inspected. The property is going to be warranted. The property is going to be marketed for rent, and the property is going to have a tenant, placed in it. It's taking out all of those steps, and you're able to come in at point C. And that is something that you and I take for granted because we've been in this particular market here in Indianapolis for 20 plus years each. We have a giant Rolodex of contractors. We have an acquisition team within our office. We have a staff of 15 property managers here within our office. It's something that we have built slowly over time and allow our clients now to plug in to that system. But it is exceptionally hard for people that say, I'm going to invest in Charlotte, North Carolina. and you don't know a real estate agent, you don't know any contractors, you don't know a home inspector, you don't know, you're really coming in blind. So it takes a lot of that guesswork out.
Yeah, you're getting a lot into the why of turnkey real estate, and there are a lot of reasons why turnkey real estate will be the answer. But I want to summarize again really quick what turnkey real estate is, because it's a term that became popular really after both of us were in the business and doing it.
No doubt.
And turnkey real estate, people have different definitions of it, but at its core, turnkey real estate is if somebody is looking for a long-term cash flowing asset to hold as an investment that appreciates over time, that the tenant pays down your mortgage on, that has monthly cash flow coming in for you and profit each month. There's a ton of ways you make money on a piece of real estate that's a cash flowing asset. A ton of ways. There's tax benefits. There's all these ways. But a turnkey piece of real estate is one that is already it's been acquired, it's been fully rehabbed, it's been inspected by third-party inspectors, it's been warrantied, it's already been tenanted and is cash flowing. So all you do is close on the asset that is freshly rehabbed and already cash flowing. So you hit the ground on day one with a cash flowing asset that somebody's done all that work for you for. And you buy them at market. There's no additional cost for this type of real estate. It's baked into the system. And it's why we've built our companies around providing these turnkey properties to our clients, because all of that is baked in. So if you find a turnkey provider that only takes you from A to R, don't operate with them. You've got to have all of those steps covered. You need the property management built in with the experts there to back it up after the sale. Our business with our clients doesn't end when we sell them the house. In fact, it kind of is just beginning.
Totally.
We continue to manage those properties for our clients for decades and decades and see this through. So that's, again, what turnkey real estate is.
I think that's an important point. We have seen that where you have different providers out there that don't do the property management. They're like, well, here you go. And then if anything comes up, oh, it's the property manager's fault. Talk to them. That's a tough balance, to overcome, really. Yeah. I mean, I think it's so important that if you're buying a turnkey property from somebody, it has to be A to Z.
Yeah.
You have to have that property management in place.
And to be honest and selfish here, you and I have been jealous of them at times, because that's the easy part. It's selling the property is easy. You make some money, and to be able to wash your hands, first of all, we don't believe in that. We want to support our clients. But, man, they sure get off the hook easy. They get to sell the house, and whatever goes wrong, sorry about you. Good luck. A true turnkey provider will have the property management in place and will stand behind that property for many years. It may not be warranted for many years. And things go wrong. Even freshly rehabbed properties, things will go wrong. This is real estate. But you bake that into the system. You plan on a certain amount of deferred maintenance each month, and it's built in. But, okay, so that is what turnkey real estate is. It's the full service. It's having the team baked in, experts, backing it up. Everything's done for you. You just close. Well, let's get into the why, and let's start with why our typical clients buy turnkey real estate.
Well, it's a gift that's wrapped and ready to be unwrapped, and you're ready to start, collecting money from day one. We have a lot of our clients are busy. We have some of our clients in Silicon Valley, software engineers. We have teachers that are our clients. We have people that are just getting out of college that are our clients. We see all different forms of people that are interested in investing in real estate.
And let me pause you there real quick.
Time is a tough thing to come by.
And let me pause you right there real quick, which is, and we'll cover this a little bit in the house section, but if you're listening, no matter what walk of life you are in, you can invest in this. We hear people who think that we serve the ultra wealthy and only the ultra wealthy. That is not true. This is doable for anyone, literally anyone. So just keep that in mind as we talk about these.
Right. So, it cuts out that time. It lets the actual experts, do all of the work for you to where you can come in and start reaping the rewards right away. I think another interesting and very important thing to comment on with the why is we see a lot of people that do it themselves cut a lot of corners. So when you cut corners and you start renting a property that you did just the minimum to get by to where you could put a tenant in it, it's very hard to overcome that entry because so many things go wrong. An actual
or they cut the wrong corners.
Correct. An actual real turnkey provider, they're going through the entire home, combing through it, making sure everything is in great working condition, taking it the whole way. So whenever it's purchased, you're off the ground and you're running in a great way. And
not just taking it the whole way, they know what materials to use that have the lowest cost for deferred maintenance, the flooring, the countertops to use, that have the best price per life cycle built into them. And then
you're maximizing the asset through durable goods, and it's right. Very important.
Great way to say that. And it's incredibly important. And those are all aspects that it's difficult for someone who's busy that isn't an expert in this to do. So again, that is why. It's because not only is this easy, but there have been studies that show that people who go out and try to do this on their own, and let's say they go find a realtor, right, and they buy a house. Then they go out and they find a contractor and rehab it. And then they go out and find a property manager to manage it. Studies have shown that those people end up spending more money and doing all of the work themselves than had they just gone to a turnkey provider.
Then out all that time.
And all that time. And there's some easy reasons why that is. You might think, well, I can save money along each step. No, you can't.
This actually reminds me of a weird interaction we had today.
Hey guys, your 2 o'clock is here.
Yep. Send him in.
Okay, you can come on in.
Hey, my name's Bobby Joe. This is my buddy. Hey, come on in. Hey, come on. We've been wanting to talk to you two for quite some time. I don't know. We listened to your podcast. You're talking about turning this key or a turnkey this or monkey this or something. I don't know. We need some clarification on what it is you guys are even talking about. We don't get it. So what is this stuff that you guys keep preaching on your podcast?
Well, okay. Turnkey is really simple. It's where professionals like us and our company and our staff do everything for you. We find the property. We rehab the property. We get the property inspected by a third party. We then warranty it. We then get it rented. And then the property management staff takes it over, makes sure it's cash flowing, and then you buy it. After all of that's done, pretty little bow, it's set up and ready to go. Very easy, A to Z.
No, man, that's not how real estate works. You don't give somebody to do all the work for you. You do it yourself. Dude, let me tell you what. You get your biggest cooler out, you fill it full of Busch Light. You go out there to your house, you paint a wall, you sit back, you let it dry. While you wait, you hydrate. You just rinse and repeat. You just do that around the whole house, and then you get it done yourself. You bypass all this other stuff with all these people monkeying around doing the work. You hydrate, you get your house done. It works for everybody.
Yeah. Don't forget about all the hiccups, the problems, the delays, the contractors, the labor shortage. There's lots of things that could go wrong with trying to go at it alone.
Yeah, not to mention buying the wrong property in the wrong areas that you don't know. There's a lot that can go wrong. You got to have a lot of problems if you try doing this on your own and you're not experienced.
Problems? What are you talking about? You don't think I know how to handle problems? That's all I got is problems. My wife is on me about this and that. I got child support to my 7 kids and all these other things saying I'm going to get you to A to R to R to S to Z to P to my truck. Just take it for example. It's only running on 1 cylinder. I don't care. I took it mudding last night. I wait and I hydrate. That's how I take care of my problems. I'll pay him whenever I cash out my house, whenever I do anything else. Or my buddy, he just helps me get through this stuff. I know he don't say much, but he's actually very resourceful.
Whoa. Okay, if you want more problems, you can do it yourself. You can go out and try to do this. Or you could leave it to the professionals who do A to Z for you, make your life easy. As Clint says, A to Z.
I tell you what, thanks, But no thanks. I don't think you guys know up from sideways or sideways from north. We're going to continue doing our own thing. You guys keep turnkeying and monkeying around and doing whatever you guys are saying. I think we got everything figured out on our own. We got a case full of Busch Light out there. I'm going to get into it. I'm going to leave him here for about a month or so. If you could watch him, he's, like I said, man, he's really resourceful. He could fish. He could hunt. You know, you need some things fixed up. He's your guy. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go turn my wife's key real quick. We'll talk to you later. Oh, what you guys, happy investing? Yeah, see you later.
Dad? No, I'm not your dad. You're competing against companies like ours who, by 8 a.m. every morning, our acquisition staff has looked at every single listing that day. So you are getting our scraps. You are not buying the best deals out there because we have a team of experts that go out and do this. So the common person cannot buy at the prices we can. They just can't. They get the scraps. Next, and keep in mind, everybody in town knows that people like us show up with cash and buy over and over and over, and they bring us the deals. Second, rehabs are a nightmare. Contracting license, Clint always says, is a license to steal, having a contractor's license. And it is hard to get, even if everything goes right, you still can't match the pricing that a turnkey provider can do because they buy in bulk. We buy all our materials in bulk. You could never buy these things at those prices. And not only that, but you're going to get ripped off 1 out of every 10 contractors. We've got that all in-house. We know what we're doing. We've done it there. And I shouldn't just be talking about us. Any good turnkey provider is going to match what I'm saying. And then last, we've got the scale with the property management company with 1,000 properties that we manage. And, a team of 14 licensed brokers under our roof here overseeing all of that. And you cannot match that. It's just not doable. And if you have some experience in real estate and you want to do it on your own, I'm all for that. That's fine. I understand that. Turnkey may not be for every single person, but for 95% of the people out there, it is the safest, it's the lowest risk way to get into cash flowing assets that are quality and will return.
So let's talk into how. Let's talk into how people can get started in turnkey. And I also want to touch on what to look out for, as well, because there's lots of people out there that say that they're turnkey providers that probably shouldn't be turnkey providers. So anyhow, give us the how.
Well, the how. So we're going to exclude some folks here right now, but it's the honest truth. You have to have 20% down payment down to do this. So you need to have between $20,000 and $40,000 saved in order to use as down payment and then get a mortgage for the remaining 80% in order to operate through turnkey. That eliminates a lot of folks who are listening. And don't worry, there's other ways that you can get into real estate. Plus, there's ways that we can show you to build up that 20% down payment. And then once you get your first property, then it becomes easier. So for now, I'm going to continue back talking to the folks who either are able to save up $20,000 to $40,000, already have that, or high income earners who will have that. So for those folks, it's as simple as selecting a turnkey provider in whatever market. It doesn't have to be where you live. In fact, chances are where you live is probably not the best place to invest. You're looking for what we call linear markets that are lower risk, that are stable, that don't have the giant swings up and down. There's a lot of Midwest markets like ours: Indianapolis, Cincinnati, Kansas City, Charlotte, was a good one for a while. Atlanta was another great market. It's kind of priced out now. But there's markets all over. But you have to find a team, a turnkey provider, which we can help you with. If you follow us on the Homeboys podcast, feel free to reach out to us on our website, homeboyspodcast.com. You can sign up for our newsletter and reach out to us. We can help put you in touch with turnkey providers throughout the nation. We've been on a speaking circuit for decades, and so we're blessed to know most of the good turnkey providers throughout the nation.
And when it comes to people putting that 20% down, we believe it's a mindset, and that scale should be something that is carefully planned. We don't feel like someone should just go in and own 100 properties overnight, because people grow themselves out of business really quickly. So you get one property, you kind of level off, you save for another one, rinse and repeat, as you can. We don't believe that you have to build your portfolio overnight.
No, and it's an escalating system. So if you don't spend any of the profits from your properties and you put them in a lockbox as they come in, that first property, maybe it'll take you 5 years using the income from that property to have enough for your down payment for your second. But for your third house, it'll only take 2 years because you now have 2 cash flowing assets. And before you know it, it can build itself. So it's slower at first, but it speeds up over time. And the people who rush this or try to find a way to borrow 90% or 100% in order to make this happen end up getting hurt. They cannot handle the bumps or when recessions happen, because recessions happen. You have to be poised to survive through all of those ups and downs because, again, you are a long-term cash flow investor. You are not looking to get rich overnight. You are looking to build actual generational wealth, millions and millions of dollars. And the way to do that is through turnkey, slow real estate investing.
So what would be something that listeners should look out for when selecting a turnkey provider?
Well, you and I always say the most important thing is time. Time is the greatest screener of turnkey providers. If someone has been around, and I say someone, if a company, a turnkey provider has been around for more than 5 years, chances are that they know what they're doing. We see a incredibly high failure rate of people who try to do what we do because the margins are really small and because it requires all of those things we've talked about. You have to have contractors, you have to have property managers, you have to build up a giant team, and it takes a lot of capital and a lot of resources and a big Rolodex.
I think it's important to note that you look at our country nationally, and you think of it being very large, but this is something we've been doing for a long time. It's amazing how small the community of legit turnkey providers is, actually. And we've been on speaking circuits for several decades now, and we know them. I can, if someone asks, what about this person in Birmingham? What about this person in Cincinnati? What about this person in Jacksonville, Florida? We can say, yes, they're great. They've been here for 20 years. We know the legit people. So, do your homework. It's very important.
For sure.
Legit people are out there, and not tooting our own horns, we do happen to know most of them.
Yeah, and besides that, listen, we happen to be in one of the best markets for turnkey real estate, Indianapolis. We're blessed. We didn't pick Indianapolis. We just happened to be from here, and it turned out that it was a great market. And so we built a turnkey operation starting decades and decades ago. And I'm proud of it. I'm proud of our team. If you're looking for turnkey real estate, you should consider buying it through the companies that we built. If it's not for you, you should still consider Turnkey Real Estate, and we can help you find a great provider anywhere in the country that you want to be. And we believe in turnkey real estate fully. And we've proven it out with our clients time after time after time. It's easy. If you get the right group, it takes a ton of risk out of real estate investing. It's just got a lot of great factors to it. And for those of you out there that have never purchased real estate, you have interest in it. This can be scary. However, this isn't like investing in a stock, keep in mind. This is a real world asset. So if you do it conservatively, don't rush. You can take a lot of the risk out of this compared to a lot of other investments. Again, real estate has risks, everything does. However, this is a really neat, conservative way to invest that can have unbelievable returns. It's not just the rent that you get each month of, say your mortgage is $700 and your other costs are another $100 and your rents are $1,200, so you're making $400 a month. It's more than that $400 a month. The tenant is also paying down your mortgage. So you're getting $400 a month in profit, but your mortgage is being paid down. Plus, appreciation happens. We don't sell on appreciation. That's the cherry on top. However, in most markets, 3 to 4% annual appreciation in linear markets can almost be guaranteed over a long period. Now, any short-term period, it could go up, could go down. But you build all these things in, plus the tax benefits. This real estate outperforms nearly every other investment stacked up against each other. And those are the reasons why.
We've said it many times. it's amazing what 10 years of good decisions, can turn into. We've watched it. We've seen a lot of our clients do it. Turnkey takes a lot of that guesswork out. It's so important to have people that know what they're doing. I'm not going to some of these markets and claiming to be the expert of that market. You have to have people that know what they're doing. Very important to do your research, and Turnkey is a great tool to help build your real estate portfolio. We believe in it. We've watched it. We've ate, slept. We've done everything around Turnkey Real Estate. It's something that works. But anyhow, that was our show for today. We really thank you for joining us. Check us out, homeboyspodcast.com. We're going to keep cranking this out. You got questions about Turnkey, reach out to the Homeboys. Till next time, happy investing.
I know he don't say much, but he's actually very resourceful. He can do a lot. I mean, with